Completion handler play important role in data binding. We can use completion handler to bind controller and view model classes. So let me discuss all about completion handler with a simple example. This is completion handler sample code. I will upload this code on Google Drive and share the link in description box so you can download from there. On UI view controller, LVL name is UI label that is showing name of employee that is coming from API. In view reload, we are calling an API to get name from web service. This is our web service. So let me check this web service on Postman. So we can see this web service is returning name of employee, that is Vikas. We are calling this API in view controller and API business logic is in view model class. So we need to bind view controller and view model class. We can bind these two using completion handler. First we have a look on call API method. We are passing closure as a parameter in this method. This is URL of our web service. This API is get type and we are using URL session library to hit this API. When response come, first we check error. If error exists, then return from here and further statement will not execute. Guard statement is used to check response code. If response code does not lie between 200 to 300, then function will return from here and further statement will not execute. JSON decoder is used to pass JSON data into model. New model is object of name model. So let we have a look on name model. Name model only have one attribute, that is string type. So after successful response, we dismiss SV progress bar and call closure and pass string type value in it. So why we are passing string value in it, let we look on definition of the closure. We are passing a closure as a parameter in this API. This closure name is completion and this is escaping type of closure. Escaping closure exists in memory after function return. By default, closure are non-escaping. Non-escaping closure call before function return. We will know more about closure in closure video. API response may take time, so we are using here escaping closure because escaping closure exists in memory after function return. This is escaping closure and its name is completion and it has only one parameter, that is string type, and there is no return type. So let me have a look on example of closure. Here ABC name of closure and this closure has only one argument, that is string type, and there is no return type of this closure, and inside curly braces we will write business logic of closure. Here argument is denoting a value that will pass in closure when closure will call. Suppose here when ABC closure will call, so any string value will pass here, so this value will hold by argument, and after argument we will write in keyword, and from next lines we will write statements of the closure. So when closure will call, statement written inside the closure will execute. So let me come back in our sample code. When response will come from API, response JSON pass into a model and then call a closure and pass name in it. So why we are passing name in it? Because completion closure has only one argument, and that is string type. So here name is also string type. When closure call, statement of closure will execute. So here str is denoting name value and we are showing this str and lbl name label. So let me have a look this completion handler in one picture. In view controller, we are calling an API that will provide name of employee and we will show this employee name on the screen. We are calling an API in view controller and we write business logic of API in view model class. View model class is an subject type and it has only one method called API. So we are using completion handler to bind view model and controller. We are using escaping closure as a parameter of call API and this closure name is completion. This closure has only one argument, that is string type, and there is no return type of this closure. This is closure declaration. This is closure calling, and in view controller, this is closure body. So when closure will call from view model class, statement write in closure body will execute. So let me run the application and see its behavior. View model obj. Using this object, we are calling the method call API written in view model class. So completion is argument of this method. This is escape closure, and we are using URL session to call the API. When API response will come, first API response JSON pass into a name model, has only one field, it is name, and it is string type. So after successful response from API and pass response JSON into model, call the completion. So completion is a name of escaping closure and it has only one argument, that is string type. So when we call the completion, pass the string value inside it, that is name. When we will call the closure statement, write in closure will execute. So we can see str has Vikas name that will pass in completion closure. So we will use str as per our requirement. Here we are using str to show name on screen. So here we can see name Vikas is showing on the screen. Let me have a look on second example of completion handler. When we will click on the screen on push button, a list will open. This list has two options, Ajay and Vijay. We will click on Vijay, Vijay name will show, and when we will click on Ajay, Ajay name will show. So let me have a look on code part of this UI view. UI view name is sample view. And in sample view, it has a method that name is initialize and it has a closure that is escaping type and it has one parameter that is string type and there is no return type. Complete is a name of closure that will pass in initialize method. So this complete has scope only this curly braces. So create another global variable that name is completion global and pass the reference of complete into the completion global. So now complete has also global reference. So when we will click on Ajay option, closure will call and pass string value Ajay in it. And when we will click on Vijay, closure will call and pass Vijay string in it. And when closure will call, statement written in this closure will execute. So in this sample code, we have discussed binding between UI view controller and we have also discussed binding between view controller and UI view. I am sure you know most of the things about the completion handler. You need more practice to clear rest of the doubts about the completion handler. I will upload this sample code on Google Drive and share the link in description box so you can download this sample code using this link. Please like this video and share my channel. It will motivate me to upload new videos. Thank you for watching this video.